This is the High School Football America podcast for June the 1st, 2021. I'm Jeff Fisher. The High School Football America podcast is brought to you by GameStrat, America's premier sideline instant replay system with outstanding reliability. Very important, it has faster speed than Huddle Sideline, and the best part, GameStrat has awesome customer service. And price is a big deal these days, right? And they have different plans priced right for every coach's budget. Mention High School Football America, and you will get a deep discount on your annual subscription. To get a demo, go to GameStrat.com or click on the GameStrat banner ad located on every page of HighSchoolFootballAmerica.com. It is June the 1st, and that means we are inching ever so closely to the start of fall camps. Everything gets started next month when Hawaii opens up, although the state's still waiting for official change in protocols from the state governing body, from the state, I should say, so that the governing body can then establish the schedules, whether it's just practice or the regular season schedules. Hawaii last year, one of 4 states that did not play tackle football. The other ones, Maine, Vermont, and Connecticut, 3 of them in the Northeast. So we're going to be back here every day with you now. We do this every year at this time of year. We take a little bit of a hiatus. We've got to kind of gear ourselves back up for the high school football season, so we take a little time off. But the High School Football America podcast back to being daily as of today. Lots of great content going up on the High School Football America website at highschoolfootballamerica.com. Let's see, on Monday, Memorial Day, and I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend, I should say, and hopefully everybody took some time to remember, reflect on what Memorial Day is about, and of course, thank you to all of those that have served our country, and especially to those families who have lost loved ones who paid the ultimate sacrifice in doing so. But on Monday, we did something kind of neat. We had been debating it for a while with the high school football season being split during 2020, from a fall and a spring season. We did a fall top 100 and crowned IMG Academy out of Florida as our mythical national champs. A lot of people saying, well, Jeff, that really wasn't fair. California didn't play until the spring. Virginia didn't play till the spring. North Carolina didn't play till the spring. And they were right. So what we did was we took all of the results from the spring season and added them into the algorithm. For those of you not familiar with High School Football America's national rankings, they are created by a proprietary algorithm that I created back in 2013. So we're on season 9 of using the algorithm. So we added all the 2021 results in there, and it did make a little bit of a difference in the top 100 as we got some new teams in there, and we released them on Monday. And let's just kind of give you a little overview of what happened. IMG Academy remains the mythical national champ. And if you haven't seen our interview with Bobby Acosta, the guy that led IMG to the national championship last year, we interviewed him on Friday. You can see that at highschoolfootballamerica.com. He's gone to Del Valley High School outside of Austin, Texas. So 1 year at IMG, an undefeated season, in the first ever mythical national championship. The Ascenders were a unanimous choice across all the ranking services, and so you want to check that out. But now back to the rankings. The highest ranked newcomer after we added in the spring results is our 2017-2018. They were back-to-back national champs in 17 and 18. The Monarchs of Mater Dei High School out of Santa Ana, California. They clock in at number 7 in the final combined 2021 High School Football America 100. Had they had a postseason in California, who knows how high they would have been. They knocked off St. John Bosco in the season finale. They were a perfect 5-0, and they are ranked number 7 in the final overall High School Football America 100 for 2020-2021. In all, we had 8 new teams check in after adding in the spring results. Also coming in very high at number 29 is two-time North Carolina Class 4 AA champ Vance. Vance will be changing its name for the upcoming 2021 fall season. Vance, the Cougars will now be known as Chambers High, but welcome to the Cougars at number 29 in the High School Football America 100. Not a lot of football played in the Washington Catholic Athletic Conference, but year in and year out, quality teams there, always in the national rankings. And DC's Gonzaga did get to play 5 games. They were a perfect 5-0. Expect them to be highly ranked when we release the preseason 100 coming up in June. Later on this month, I should say. Forgot. I just said at the beginning, we're at June 1st. Yes, it's coming up in a couple of weeks. But the Eagles ranked number 35 after a perfect 5-0 season. The other new additions, De La Salle from California at number 52. By the shortened season, where they only played a regular season in California, the Spartans not able to play their usual quality non-league schedule, which of course affects the rankings. So see the Spartans ranked much higher when the preseason 100 comes out. DeMatha out of the Washington Catholic Athletic Conference, always strong, number 52 overall in the combined 2021 High School Football America 100 at number 53. Servite checks in at number 64. Only 2 losses for Servite were to Mater Dei and St. John Bosco. And speaking of Bosco, I forgot to tell you where they were ranked. The Braves finished number 30 in the combined 2020-21 High School Football America 100. The other teams down on the list there, we've got one more, Charlotte Catholic, the 4-time defending state champs. They won the North Carolina 3A title this year, 4th straight. They check in at number 89, and they always play a very tough schedule. You can see the entire High School Football America 100, the final one for the 2020-21 combined seasons, by going to highschoolfootballamerica.com. We actually have the top 100, and then we have the 25 teams on the bubble just outside of that. So check it out. It was fun to do. To be honest with you, I had wrestled with it for such a long time, and then it was just time to pull the trigger and do it. And we don't have a whole lot of changes, but it's important to get those teams in that had outstanding spring seasons. Mater Dei topping them all at number 7. Again, check it all out at highschoolfootballamerica.com. Now, speaking of the preseason 100, last week we released the High School America 300 in no particular order. If you go to the website, it's state by state and alphabetical. And what we did was we put the 300 teams that are in the running for the preseason 100. 300 teams. A lot of teams on there, a lot of states. Florida leading the way, Texas right in there, California in there. There's a lot of great teams there that are vying for a spot in the preseason 100 that will be released here coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll make the official announcement here on the High School Football America podcast. We'll make that sometime later on this week, so make sure you come back here and check that out. And speaking of all the great content that's going up on highschoolfootballamerica.com as we get ready for the 2021 high school football season, back to normal, or as best we can be back to normal, but I think we're going to be pretty darn close to being back to normal. Today we released the all-time high school football wins list. We do this every year at this time. We go to the National Federation's record book, and I'll say this right up at the top. There are several different sources out there, but we use the NFHS record book for our purposes. So what we did was we took what was on the books through 19, we added the results from 2020 and 2021, and now we have the top 50 for you at highschoolfootballamerica.com. Interestingly enough, the team at the top, and they've been there for a long time, Valdosta out of Georgia, South Georgia, America's winningest high school football team, they would have actually improved upon their 929 lifetime victories. They won 7 last year, but oh my gosh, what a mess it's been in Valdosta. It's known as Title Town because of all the state championships and mythical national championships, but the Wildcats just had all kinds of issues in the offseason. Rush Propst, who at the very least, is controversial, and Rush is a friend of ours here. He's been on the program, but boy, he got himself into some hot water with a lot of off-season stuff that you can read about on highschoolfootballamerica.com. But the Georgia High School Association ended up taking away all 7 victories for Georgia last year. They were ranked in the top 125 in the High School Football America national rankings, but recruiting issues, ineligible players, all kinds of stuff gives Valdosta a winless 2020, if you will. So their all-time wins total sticks at 929, and that allowed Louisville's Male High School and Kentucky to close within 15 wins of the Wildcats as we go into 2020. The Bulldogs had an outstanding season. They won 8 games in the fall, finishing runner-up in Kentucky's 6A classification. And now the Bulldogs own 914 all-time victories, and I'll tell you what, that program there has stepped it up with the schedule this year. Go to highschoolfootballamerica.com to see who Male and Trinity, the 2 heavyweights in Kentucky, will be playing this year. Trinity always tests itself after outside competition, but Male is now stepping it up this year, and they've got a great schedule. One of the all-time greats, Massillon, Washington. Massillon High originally, now it's Washington. They were the runner-ups in Ohio's Division II last year. They won their 900th game last year. Plus, they also cut into Valdosta's lead by 10 victories as the Tigers, who finished number 48 in the 2020-21 High School Football America 100 national rankings, have now won 909 games since playing their first high school football game way back in 1894. As I mentioned, there are a lot of sources out there, so some of these numbers you'll see on the website may not jibe with what you think your team has won, and I ask you to reach out and let me know that. There are several sources. Football Friday Night is one of them. There's a great website in Texas, which is Texas High School Football History. So you'll see all that we could come up with. We have the top 50 from the NFHS record book, and then we've got you've got the Texas High School Football History wins totals and the Friday night football Friday night. That's out of Georgia. You can see all of that information by going to highschoolfootballamerica.com. Well, we thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to spending the next several months with you, getting you ready for the 2021 high school football season. And we want to remind you that the High School Football America podcast is brought to you by the great new app, Small Player, Big Play. It's an age-appropriate, sports-focused social media platform that's designed to showcase and connect young athletes, parents, coaches, and their friends. On Small Player, Big Play, the young athletes have the ability to utilize the app and share their interests and accomplishments in a very safe, and this is the most important part, it's a highly secure social media environment. It features live streaming with game day highlights, and I love this one too, lucrative fundraising opportunities for your school and your team. Download the Small Player Big Play app on Google Play and the Apple App Store. That's today's High School Football America podcast. I'm Jeff Fisher, and I'll speak to you tomorrow on the High School Football America podcast.